Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangus and I welcome you guys back to Let's Play Staff of Ages 0% Growths. We are about to jump into Chapter 5, which once again takes us back to Owen and Sawyer. This time around we're sort of out in the woods and it's a defeat boss chapter. This one's slightly more tricky than the chapters we faced up until this point. There were more enemies and they start sort of all around you because story-wise we're in a bit of an ambush. For some reason, I'm mad lucky, and I open up this chapter with 2 crits, which clears out 2 of the enemies immediately. I was pretty happy about that. Now, I would like to specify that I do not RNG abuse when I play these chapters. Every time I reset, I actually physically, restart the ROM, so that sometimes I'll get different stat variations and stuff like that. I don't want to rely on cursor dancing, RNG manipulation, and stuff like that to get through these chapters. I want to be able to beat them, despite occasionally missing attacks. I want my strategies to be good so that I can work around that. But I must admit, when I opened up this chapter with 2 crits, that made me feel pretty good. So that definitely makes things a lot easier. Now, I'm moving Owen onto this fort right here. This fort is very nice. Allows Owen to take on those 2 cavaliers without dying. Even with Owen's personal skill and tankiness, he still struggles a lot against those 2 cavaliers if he's out in the open. That fort gives him just the amount of bulk he needs to tank those guys. You can also see that I'm using Eagle's Javelin here to great effect, pulling the archer in the north, keeping him behind the cliff so that he's primarily focused on Eagle. The one mistake that I did on this run was that I misplaced Eagle. He was actually supposed to be on the forest tile to the northwest, and because I put him out there, the Cavalier actually goes for Eagle rather than Owen, and that does slow down the map. I think that cost me a turn probably, because I was supposed to kill that guy with Owen this turn and then move Owen down on the subsequent turn. So instead I have to use the Belial Tome from the right hand side of the fort to kill that guy, because these Cavaliers are really beefy. If I don't use the Belial Tome, I'm gonna have to use like 3 of my other units to kill a single Cavalier. So I prefer using the Belial Tome. Now I sent Eagle down here. He's not exactly facing good odds here. I thought that maybe buffing him with the speed, giving him 3 plus speed would make him double, but it doesn't really make him double at all. Meanwhile, Sawyer and Elijah are just cleaning up the initial units. I'm still facing off against some of the units that started around me at the start of the map, because again, this is sort of an ambush style map. You're immediately thrown into battle. You can't just take your time. You have to fight right from the get-go. And I'm starting now to slightly feel the effects of 0% growths. I'm noticing that the enemies are getting a lot stronger and my units are staying the same. And it takes a lot more effort to get the units down. The effective tomes are still one-shotting, but I'm noticing that a lot of my units are not dealing the damage that they used to deal. Because Staff of Ages enemies, they scale pretty quickly. Now, I'm placing Eagle in range of the boss. You can't see him right now, but his name is Mustang. He's a mercenary. He's really fast. He doubles everyone on my team except for Eagle. He has just a couple speed points away from doubling Eagle, so buffing Eagle isn't really doing much. But as you can see, Eagle does decently against him. He 3-shots him. But I'm still going to have to rely on a pretty shaky hit from Owen. Usually I pulled Mustang with Owen, but that required me to speed buff him with Aurora, or else he gets doubled and killed, because Mustang hits pretty hard. So the one thing that I'm doing here that I regret a little bit is I should have given this kill to Eagle and not to Owen, because if I can get Eagle up to level 10, I can promote him to a Paladin or something like that. Instead, I'm getting the kill on Owen, which is not that great, but I still hit and I kill Mustang on turn 5, and that clears this chapter. And yeah, we're pretty satisfied with this this particular clear. Was very lucky though. It would have been a lot harder if I hadn't gotten those 2 criticals at the beginning. Probably would have taken me 1 or 2 more turns. But yeah, give this episode a like and a comment, guys, if you enjoyed it. And I'll be back tomorrow with Chapter 6. Bye-bye.